Police all across the country are under the microscope, from tactics to personnel. Some even call for a top-to-bottom reconstruction in response to recent police shootings, riots, and protests. So is that even a discussion here in Omaha? Investigator Jeff Van Sant has the story.
Anger in the streets prompts some cities like Minneapolis to call for drastic measures like defunding their police department. Is this even an idea to knock around here in Omaha? Defunding can mean a number of things, like starting from the ground up, or focusing on community policing, or even just getting rid of cops altogether. It all depends on who you ask.
I think it is a extreme and radical position for anyone to take.
Anthony Connor is president of the Omaha Police Officers Association. He says Omaha has been proactive to bring any needed changes to the department. He supports President Trump's executive order that in part bans chokeholds.
Just yesterday, I was in a conversation with Chief Schmatter, and that was something that we both recognize is something we need to get ahead of. And we both agreed that we're going to move it up the force continuum to where it's only used in deadly force situations. So this idea that we're not listening is just not true. We are listening.
We saw some questionable actions during the recent protests here in Omaha. Some actions will be looked at by the city council.
We're lumping them in with other departments, and I don't think that's fair.
Councilmember Ben Gray says Omaha PD is a great example of cops and the community working together.
We've got a police department right now that, they're serving on their own time, anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 kids a year in the PACE program. They're actively involved in the Step Up Summer Jobs program.
Gray points out that in 2019, police were involved in one deadly shooting. New Year's Eve, a man killed a woman and fired at police in Evans Tower, wounding one officer. Cops shot and killed him.
I'm not even going to be supportive of not giving them the tools that they need to continue to do the job. Mm-hmm. But there may be some places where we can cut, and if there's some places we can cut, I'm sure that my colleagues on the council and I will work to make that happen.
Maybe other cities like Minneapolis can learn something from Omaha, see how police and community can build trust, a partnership. As for defunding, Councilman Gray says that's not even in the cards, but there's always room to make improvements within the department. Jeff Van Sant, 3 News Now.
Omaha police responded to a 3 News Now investigators' public records request today and provided documents which also show there was just one incident of firearms used against a person in 2019 and one accidental gunshot. There were 108 citizens injured when OPD used force last year. For more on this story and all of our investigative team stories, go to our website, 3newsnow.com. If you have a story idea, email it to investigate@3newsnow.com.